My squeaky chair. Let's see who we can get in. It's a late one. This is the latest live sesh I've ever been on. Almost 9:30 at night. All these live sessions that we've done in the past have all been like very early. Well, not very early, but 5, 6 o'clock. Got Mike Mora with me here at the office. Late night tonight. Working on a few offers that we got going on here. We're still discussing some listings. So we said, let's come on and see who's ready to jump in at 9:30 at night. It's probably different times, different places where people are tuning in. So when you guys tune in, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I'm still at the office right now, and we're working on a few offers right now. Frank, what's happening, Frank? How are you, bud? Long time no see. Robert, what's going on? Yeah, guys, let me know if you guys got any questions. We're starting the podcast this week, and I actually am going to be on somebody else's podcast. It's all kind of new, to be honest, with Urban Manor. I'm going to be on their podcast in the next couple of days. I don't know when, or actually I don't want to say the next couple of days. We're still trying to schedule it. We're going to set something up. I think we're going to be talking about the real estate market, just what's been going on over the last 12 to 24 months. It's been a wild ride, to say the least. So we're going to discuss that on their podcast. I'm going to be recording my podcast tomorrow or Wednesday. And then I will have that all uploaded to Spotify. And that's where we're going to be starting and putting all of our podcasts up. We might be doing video portions of it. Still trying to figure that out. And that will be on our YouTube page. So if you are not following our YouTube page, follow us. Is there a way? Because I know that people, when they go live, and I'm not talking to myself, guys. I'm here with Michael Mora. Mike, pop your head in and say hi. There he is. There he is. Mike's here with me. Is there a way to? Because I know that people can pin on the accounts. Like when you go live, you can pin something and like.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
So that's all new to us, I guess.
Figure it out.
We're trying to figure these things out as we go along. Yeah, guys. Let me know if you guys got any questions. So let me know if you guys have any ideas or topics that you want to talk about on the podcast. What's your YouTube page? Oh God, this is embarrassing. Just type in Salerno Real Estate. I think that's just the easiest. Go to YouTube and type in Salerno Real Estate. Yeah, that's the easiest way to get to our YouTube page. All of our listings are up on there, past listings that we sold and properties that are currently on the market. Burning Midnight Oil. Bell, what's up? Hey, from Washington. How was your first year like in real estate? It was fun. It was fun. Frank remembers that my slogan used to be, get the real deal. That used to be my slogan, yeah, back in the day. I wish I had if I had my business card here from back in the day, I know I had it because I was showing the team the other day. They laughed at me. Let me just see if I have it here. You guys are going to laugh. Let me just figure this out, because if I have it here, I'm going to show you. And I'm going to answer that question for you. What do I think about Bitcoins? Actually, this is a good time. Guys, I don't trade any cryptocurrency. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. But I had a situation this week. I actually was on with Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday.
I think it was Saturday. Joel, can I give you a call back? I'm just doing a live video right now. Okay, perfect. I can set it up for tomorrow. I already spoke to the clients. Tomorrow we can walk it. I'll call you back, okay? I'll call you back. Ciao. Sorry, guys. So going back to this Bitcoin thing, I had somebody create a fake account of me, and this is not a joke. Somebody created a fake account of me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. The only reason why I found out was somebody sent me a message on my picture. I think it was the 4th or 5th picture ago that I posted, and she basically said to me that somebody was scamming her pretending to be me, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Email it to me. So she actually sent me an email with screenshots of this horrible person who did this, created these fake accounts of me, said he was a Bitcoin investor, I believe, and actually was getting people to send money to them. So guys, I am not in Bitcoin. I sell real estate. If you guys get anyone who messages you that's not either this account or my only other account I have right now is it's my personal account, and it's Marky Sal's. So like any other account that messages you and says it's me, it's absolutely not me. I actually have to file a police report regarding that. It's not a joke. So again, if you got contacted by any account that says they're me, it's absolutely not me. And I'm making a push to Instagram right now to try and get verified, because I can't have stuff like that happen. The fact that I hear people, getting ripped off for their money, it's crazy. There it is. Look at Approved by Meza. Approved by Meza's everywhere. Guys, you need a mortgage? There's your plug, Meza. Follow Jeff. Jeff's just killing the mortgage game right now. Let me go back to, there was a question that I had to answer at the beginning, and I really apologize about that, but it was very important that I brought that up. So how was my first year like in real estate? My first year like in real estate was wild. Was wild to say the least. We'll find IP address, Mark. Yeah, for sure, they're going to look into it. But my first year in real estate was wild, and I'm going to tell everybody this. It took me 6 months to do my first deal, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I never thought about quitting, though, ever. It did never cross my mind. I was 20 years old when I got in the business, and I always knew I loved real estate, and I was going to do whatever it took to get going. And I'll tell you, I ended up finishing that year actually pretty well, and I haven't looked back since. Like, every year's always been better and better and better. But for anybody who's getting into it, I've heard of people like literally coming out of the gate, bang, smashing deals, 5 deals in the first month. It can happen to anybody at any point. Just, I really believe if you try hard enough and you believe in what you're doing, and you enjoy what you're doing, you're going to do well. So that it was a tough first year, and that was back in 2006. Guys, if you guys have any questions, what books do I recommend? You guys see all those? My wife's laughing. You guys see all those books? Just on a date, not the best time. So Jeff, that is commitment. I'm just gonna give you the plug again. Jeff's on a date in a live video of mine answering mortgage questions. Wow, you can't get deals done. Jeff, have a good night, man. Enjoy your date. It's harder for millennials to afford a house. I just think in general, guys, you're gonna have to save some money, and you're gonna have to get into the market. Like, that's the only way to. In the comments, I'll go back to that. Hi, sir. Oh my God, we're getting hit right now with a lot of questions. I forgot what question we were answering. What books?
The dictionary.
I got a lot of books here, guys. It depends on what you're looking to read. Like, I'll grab a few of them right now. This is Frederick's book, The Cell. The 48 Laws of Power is a good one. Life is Sales is good. Tim Tebow is one of my favorites. Love Tim Tebow. Read his book. You guys can't even see what I was showing you, so I apologize about that. If you guys are interested in hearing some of the books I've read before, I'll send you a list. Always find your live streams. Jeff, so what I want to do actually, and I've been discussing this over the last week, is I want to start bringing in people from different businesses, lawyers, mortgage brokers, home inspectors, or whatever the situation may be. And I want to get people in on these live chats, or we can set it up in person. You can come on a podcast maybe. Again, guys, I'm all about giving valuable information the same way that Jeff has just been doing in my live chat here, so that's great. Jeff, did your date leave yet? That's my question for you. What advice can you give to starting real estate student like me? Have you ever sold a house in Stony Creek? I haven't sold in Stony Creek. No, I haven't sold there yet. Working. Sorry, I was trying to read this. How long have you been working, and did you expect to be this big? Honestly, it's as big as you want to make it, I think, at the end of the day. I just want to do well, guys. Really, at the end of the day, I've never been someone to say, oh, sorry about the shaking here. I've never been someone from the beginning of when I got my real estate license to say, oh, I want to sell $1 million, or I want to sell. I never was someone like that, and I'll be honest, I've never really counted the money. Like, it's not about the money, guys. Like, I'm just telling you that right now. Don't get into this business for the money. If you're getting into it for the money, it's wrong. You have to get into it because you love real estate. Because, guys, this is a very tough business. Like, very tough. See, it's 9:45 and I'm at the office still right now. So it's like my time is my client's time. So clients are available to work tonight. So that's why I'm working, and it's just part of the business. If you don't like that and you don't like to have your time be other people's time, X-nay to this business. It's not going to be the right one. For the love of real estate. Yeah, for the love of real estate. It's cool, guys. Never been live at this time. We're getting some pretty decent people in here. That's funny, guys. And who else has got questions here? I know I didn't answer a bunch of them, so I really apologize about that. It's just hard to get all these things. These homes you represent makes me want to move to Canada. We have a lot of beautiful homes here. We really do. Just Canada in general. Well, I don't say Canada in general because I haven't been to a lot of places in Canada, but we're in Toronto, in Ontario, and the surrounding areas. We're in Vaughan right now, in Kleinburg. We have a lot of beautiful places to move and live in Canada. So it's a country that seems a lot of people taking a liking to, and we're on the map. What else we got here? What advice, sorry, I skipped that question. What advice can you give to a starting real estate student like me? Is there a lack of listings? Okay, now they're coming in hot. Have you done any deals in London? No, we have not done any deals in London. No, it took me a second to think about that. We haven't. What type of student was I in high school? I was a good student. Guys, honestly, again, like I always thought I wanted to be in real estate. I went through a bunch of different like jobs leading up to it. But again, I was 20 years old when I got my real estate license, so I didn't really waste too much time. One thing I will tell you, I wrote my real estate license when I turned 18. I didn't study for the test. I thought I was a hot shot, and I thought I was just going to pass it because I was going to pass it. I failed. I got 37% of my first real estate exam. That was a rude awakening for me. And from then on, it was just study, pass. And now, 13 years later, I'm here. And open shop. So, easy in. That question there, I'll tell you what it was. For me to get my broker's license, I was in the business for 4 years. The only reason really why, I'm not gonna say why I got my broker's license, because I was always planning to get my broker's license, because I figure in this business, if you've been in the business for 2 years, for anybody who knows this, you are eligible to become a broker and put broker beside your name instead of sales representative. So for me, I always thought that, why wouldn't I give myself the highest level of education? And again, why wouldn't I put broker beside my name? But I was kind of forced into it a little bit earlier than I was going to do it. And when I say forced, my father at the time, he got sick, and he was a real estate broker, and Euromart Realty was his company. It was him by himself, just with a business card, and that was it. And he got sick, so I did not want to see the company go to waste. I right away went and enrolled my broker's license. I left a company. I was at Royal LePage. I was there for 3 years, and I left there literally within a month, and I rebranded and brought Euromart Realty back to the residential sector because my father only sold land from the 80s on. So that's how I became a broker. I was the youngest broker of record at the Toronto Real Estate Board at the time. Why does it seem like all your listings are such nice homes? Do you only sell top of the line homes? I'm going to answer that question as very honest as I can. Last year, no, not all the houses that we sell are top end homes. We literally have listings right now that are leases from $1,400 all the way up to $5.5 million right now. But going to answer that question, last year, I'll never forget, it was last January, and I used to play tackle football, and this story, I might say, this story. So I used to play tackle football, and it was an indoor league, and one of the conveners, this was back like 7 years ago, but one of the conveners called me last January. We're friends still on Facebook, and he goes, Mark, one of the guys you played with before is in some trouble. I said, okay, what kind of trouble is he in? He goes, he needs to sell his condo. He's going to lose it. I said, okay, tell me more. So I ended up speaking to the client, friend at the time, and the guy I used to play with, and he had a realtor. And listen to this, guy. So I'm saying, like, you really need to know who you're working with. He had a realtor who signed a listing agreement with him. Signed for like January 20th or January 22nd. So I go to pull up the property on MLS. This was the end of January now, and the property wasn't there. So I said, this doesn't make sense. He goes, Mark, no, look, he sent me the listing agreement. He showed me the listing agreement. I said, he didn't put I'm going to answer that cheapest property question. This is the story. The agent, did not put his name. I'm going to call him Jack. They didn't put Jack's listing on the market. Literally signed the listing agreement. He thought
his listing was on the market. He was going to lose it in 3.5 weeks. So I called the agent and I said, listen, where's the property? She goes, oh, it's not going to sell. I said, but how do you know you didn't put the listing on the market? She goes, I know this building. She goes, and it's not going to sell. It's worth $60,000. Okay? Imagine this, guys, in Toronto, $60,000 for an 1,150 square foot 2-bedroom stacked unit. It was a rough area, to say the least. So I told her, I said, look, I'm not going to call RICO right now, which is our governing council. I said, what you're going to do is you're going to release this listing from him because you haven't even put it on MLS. You should lose your license for doing this because you're basically taking somebody's livelihood, not giving them a chance, and basically saying, screw you. You're going to get foreclosed on, and then I'm going to sell your unit after to somebody. I said, you're going to release the listing, and I'm going to take the listing on. So she got all emotional about it, got really upset about it, and said, no, it's not worth anything. You're never going to sell it. I said, leave that to me to decide, and I'm going to try selling the unit. Long story short, I drove there on a Sunday night at 8:30 at night. It was cold because it was the winter. 4062 Lawrence Avenue East. Google where that is. To make a long story short, it wasn't the best of areas, to say the least, but someone was in trouble, and I said, I'm going to help them. So I went there, signed the listing agreement, ran my numbers. I said, this unit could be maybe worth $110. Maybe. There were units that were selling at $80,000, but he needed, I think it was $109,000 to be able to sell this, pay off all of his arrears that he was in on maintenance fees and everything. So I said, look, I listed $120,000. I was in Florida actually the week later because I was there for business, and we ended up getting an offer for $118,000 on the place. Deal fell through. I was devastated, guys. I had 2 weeks to sell this unit. It wasn't a joke because I think it was on February 13th or 14th. They were taking the unit from him. There was no turning back at that point. Then we were able to get a secondary offer that came in. I think we sold it. I'd have to check my files, but we sold it for $113,000. And I'm telling you this story because you're asking me, Mark, do you only sell luxury homes? We sell everything. My team can service from leases all the way up to, doesn't matter what the price is. We focus on residential real estate. And I'm telling this story, and again, I can't repeat names and stuff like that, but I have to tell you guys this because this guy over a realtor really could have had his life screwed up. He could have had to go file bankruptcy. He was able to pay off all the debts that he had, okay, and move forward with his life without any worries. But that realtor who thought that they were saying, oh, it's only worth this, could have left him in a bad spot. And honestly, that's a story for me that I'll tell all the time because this business is not all about the money, guys. It was a $2,000 paycheck for that one there. So it wasn't like, wow, when we sell these $2, $3, $4, $5 million homes, it's great. But there are people behind these houses. And again, this is not, when you're on the commercial side of things, it's very different. And again, I'm not a commercial broker, but I have friends who are commercial brokers, and it's more about, it's numbers. It's a numbers game. Buildings, square footages. When you're dealing with residential, you're dealing with people's livelihoods, places, roofs over people's heads. Like it's a serious thing, and that's why you're very invested in it. And it's one of those situations where, guys, honestly, like I said, I don't do this for the money. The money is a part of it because it's a job, and like any job, you get paid for what you do. Okay, so that's what this comes down to at the end of the day. And every client that works with us, again, we are not. And the other thing is too, guys, I'll tell you, we're not discount brokers, because we know what we put into these deals. We know what kind of investments, and I'm not talking financial investments. I'm talking investments like from the heart investments into these things, because we care about our clients. We care about the bottom line of what they're dealing with, and every dollar matters to them. And I'm going to tell you guys a story. Do you know what story I'm going to tell?
Which one? The window, the black car.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys one. This is like story night right now. So I'm going to tell you guys a story about myself, because this is what I tell every single person who comes into. Mariana, I got to tell another one. This is a story that I tell. I swear to God, I tell this at every listing appointment, because again, I could tell people, oh, I'm an expert negotiator. I have such a great social media presence. Our houses get put out in front of so many people. And these are things that are true. But the one thing that, to me, I pride myself on more than anything is the care that goes into it. And when I say the care, every dollar that my client makes on their property means something. So there's a story, and you can ask my clients about this. And, I'm not going to say the address. But there was a property in Maple last year. Okay, during the run of the market, things were crazy as when people were throwing money at houses that didn't even, there was no rhyme or reason for it. Long story short, we list the property at $1,388,000. Oh, the honeymoon story? Do you know? Not that one. We'll tell that one later. But we list the property at $1,388,000. We're having an offer date on it. It's the Wednesday. We're going to look at offers on the Monday. So what ends up happening, first day, where's my books? First day, I'm going to the house to drop off my booklets for the property. So I get there, it's about 3:30. There's a black car in the driveway. It's an agent. He just came from seeing the house. He goes, oh, my clients love it. My clients love the house. I said, okay. He goes, I'm coming back tonight to see it at 7:30. I said, go ahead. So I call my clients, let them know second showing's happening. He goes to the house, shows at 7:30, calls me and says, Mark, I have an offer for you. And again, we weren't really supposed to look at offers till the Monday, but we have a clause in the deal that says we can look at preemptive offers should the seller choose to. And we could accept an offer preemptively if we want. So agent calls me, Mark, I got an offer. I said, what's the offer? He goes, 1.5 million. We were listed at 1,388. I knew 1.5 wasn't enough. So I, see you later, Bailey. 1,388. 1.5 wasn't enough. So I told the agent right away, I go, it's not enough, sorry. He goes, next breath, 1,550. Oh, I'm saying, wow, we're getting close here. I go, is it firm? He goes, yes, it's firm. We pre-inspect all our properties. So this happens with us where people don't need to do home inspections. If they have financing, they're in place. So he ends up, that's funny. So no, somebody, will you marry me? That's hilarious. I'm married. Going back to the story, I say 1,550. I go, I'm going to try something now. I go, put it on paper for me, send it over. I'm going to go talk to my clients. I'll see if I can get you a sign back. So I say, why do I say, am I going to think about getting you a sign back? Because I'm already indirectly letting the agent know offer's not getting accepted, but I'll see what I can do with it. So sends it to me. I go, I'm going to go to the house. I'm going to talk to the clients. We're sitting at the table. The agent, he gives us the offer. Sitting at the table with the clients. They go, Mark, you get 1.6 mil tonight. This deal's done. 8 hours in. Forget the open house. Forget the offer date. So I said, okay, let's sign it back at 1,648. We seal back at 1,648. Go outside the house. Or actually, I'm going to the front door. I said, guys, I'll call you when I'm done talking to the agent. Daughter's sitting at the top of the staircase. She looks outside and goes, Mark, there's a black car blocking the driveway. I go, that's the agent, because I had saw him there earlier that day. I walk outside the front door. The agent goes, you're not leaving here tonight. I said, perfect. I have the offer on my iPad. Okay, so I got it on my iPad. He goes, show me. I pop open the offer. He goes, you're crazy. I close my iPad. I said, okay, I'll see you on Monday. He goes, come on, Mark, do something a little bit better. Here's the deal. My clients wanted or said 1.6, they'd be ready to do a deal. He came in at 1,550. We signed it back at 1,648. 99 out of 100 people would turn around and there would be nothing wrong with this, guys, because clients want 1.6 for the house. Would have said, you know what? Why don't you try putting 1.6 on paper for me and we'll see if we can get this deal done. I didn't do that. Why didn't I do that? Because then at that point there, I'm giving the agent the option to buy it at 1.6. Why not let him make the decision? So what I did was I ended up saying, here, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to start drawing all the spots where you can sign an initial, tap my iPad so it doesn't lock you out, and I'm going to leave my iPad with you. Clients were in the back seat, guys. They wanted to buy the house. Like, they were there day one. Offers weren't for another 5 days. So I give him my iPad. I go back inside. I tell my clients what I did. I said, guys, look, the reason why I did this, I could have just said to him 1.6 and then put the deal together. But if he wasn't willing to pay 1.6, let's find out from them. Let's see what they're going to do with this. So what he ends up doing, because the options are, he could decline our offer, not accept the 1,648, sign it back to us at whatever he wants, right? Or he can accept it. And if he signed it back, what if he signed it back at 1,610 or 1,620? There's extra money in this deal. So I said, let's just let him decide. He's here. Long story short, guy comes to the door. I go outside. He looks at me in the eye and he goes, I told my clients this house wasn't worth a penny more than 1.6 million bucks. I said, okay, so what'd you do? Congratulations. Shook my hand and we did that deal at 1,648. And I say, guys, I tell this story. Ask anybody who's ever sat down and listening a presentation with me. I will tell this story for the rest of my life because I didn't need to fight for that $48,000. I could have made it very easy, saved 20 minutes of time, okay, and said, you know, 1.6. Clients go inside, guys, I got 1.6. Everybody would have been ecstatic. But guess what? That $48,000 paid off my entire commission and paid off a portion of that agent's commission. So, you know, when people say to me, Mark, you know, well, I can list my house with that guy, he's 1% less, or he's 0.5% less. I said, It's fine. It doesn't bother me. Like, people have rates that they charge. We charge a certain rate because I know the difference of $1,000 or $2,000. Let me tell you another quick one. We sold a house for $842 about 3 months ago. I'm at the golf course with Mike. Actually, we're golfing. Furnace was broken. The inspection comes back. We knew it was already broken. The inspection comes back and says, furnace is broken. My clients will meet us halfway in the middle. It's a $4,000. Take $2,000 off the price. $840,000. We'll do the deal. I call my client. Client says, Mark, look, at the end of the day, we think they're totally cool that they're meeting us halfway on this. We're okay to do the deal at $840. But if you could do anything, please, see what you can do. Guys, honestly, I was at the golf course. I was on the 13th hole at the country club. I could have very easily put my phone down, played the next 3 holes, called my client and said, hey, couldn't do anything about it. $840, they'll do the deal. Okay. And everybody would have been cool with it. What I did, I spent the 3 holes in the golf cart while Mike was golfing, negotiating with the agent. And if you look on MLS, what we sold that property at, it sold for $841,000. I did not need to fight for that $1,000, but I did need to fight for it because I care about every single dollar that we put in our clients' pockets. That's it. There's no negotiations. If I can't go to sleep at night knowing that I haven't done everything possible for my clients to get the most money possible. That's it. Like, again, and I'm not going to ever promise people or guarantee, you're never going to see on my signs, we guarantee that we're going to sell your property for X or guaranteed sales program. No. There's no guarantees. The one guarantee that I will give you is I will guarantee you that we will do whatever it takes to do the best job possible and get you the most money possible, give you the best exposure possible, and know that you have somebody who actually gives a shit about you. That's what it comes down to. So if you think, and I tell people, if you think that we are the right people to hire for this job and you think that we're going to do the best job, let's work together. Like, it's that simple. So sorry for these 2 long stories, but I need people to know that when you call us to be hired by you, we can't thank you enough, number one. And number 2, it is the best honor to be able to say you decided to work with us over 50,000 realtors in Ontario. There's 50,000 realtors, guys. There's a lot of selection out there. So we appreciate all of our clients who, put their trust in us. It's the most important thing. It's the most rewarding thing that we could ever get. So that's my story. There's lack of listings in the GTA. Okay, here we go. Can you comment on this to give us some insight? Jeff, you're still here. You're the best, man, especially the luxury market. I don't think there's a lack of listings. To be honest, I don't think that there is. I don't think there's an overabundance of listings either. But I do feel that a lot of listings, and this is why things are taking longer to sell, because honestly, a lot of listings are overpriced. Like, a lot of these listings aren't worth what people are asking for them. A lot of people are holding on to these numbers, and they have to hold on to these numbers because the transition, what's happened over the last little bit, guys, you're going to notice stuff that is priced correctly and marketed properly sells. And I don't like to say, oh, we sold this in 6 seconds. No, it's not what we're trying to do. Obviously, we'd love to sell stuff very fast. Luxury products take longer to sell. It's always been like that. There's more $600,000 buyers than there are $3 million buyers. It's simple math at the end of the day. So the entry-level stuff is going to sell a lot quicker than the luxury stuff. You have to be patient when selling luxury homes, but you also have to price correctly. Like, pricing correctly is very important. Houses are not moving. Loans are insane. Houses are still moving. Bell, they're still selling. Houses are definitely still selling. That's right. You can direct message me at any time, Flu. Flu, what I would suggest and the best thing to do, just because it's easier to track, send me an email. Go to my profile, click on the link. Like, it's just here. I'm going to show you guys very quick, okay? Very quick. What you want to do? Go here. Where is it? Where's the email thing on option
Profile.
Where is it?
Right there.
Oh, guys, sorry. I'm burnt. It's late. Right there. See, if you can see it right here, right there. Email. Look how simple. Bang, you hit one button. That is my direct email, guys. That comes to me. So me and my assistant, we look at it, and we will answer you right away. So if you got questions for me, best place to send the email. We will get back to you right away. What else we got here? Joey Walters, what's up, bud? We're going to do a podcast also. I want to start doing some podcasts with some different people. Opinion on 18-year-old agents. 18 is like the entry level into getting your real estate license. So you can't be younger than that. Guys, I don't care how old you are. Honestly, at the end of the day, I was 20 years old when I got into this business. Macaulay is still for sale. Marlon, yeah, it's still for sale. If you want to come see it, or you have somebody that wants to come see it, direct me. Be happy to show you that house. It's absolutely incredible. And I remember you messaging me about that the last time I did a chat, saying how beautiful that house is, and it's spectacular. 43 Macaulay, guys. It's up in Caledon, right beside Caledon Woods. It's a gorgeous home that we have for sale. It's just priced under $2 million. We price changed it a few weeks ago. Incredible value on that house. The workmanship in that house is A1 quality. Right, the taxes are very high here. Taxes are high in Pickering. We actually have a couple listings there. The taxes, depending on where, are the newer stuff for sure. But guys, newer stuff in general, the taxes are high. Pickering's a beautiful area. Everywhere out east, it's really developed itself over the last handful of years. And going back to the 18-year-old story, I tend to jump like that from spot to spot. Just want to see how long we've been live here. 32 minutes. Age doesn't matter. Got in the business, I was 20 years old. I actually had my oldest client when I was at the youngest part of my business. I think I was 21. My client was 92 years old, and he was from Vancouver. Picture me and a 92-year-old when I was 21 doing a deal. And this was back in 2007. There was no DocuSign. Like, my client literally had to go to the bank to use the fax machine at the bank. And it took, I'll never forget, God bless him. If he's alive right now, it'd be incredible because he'd be like 102. But he was still golfing, guys. At like 90-something years old, was still golfing. And he literally, to sign the offer, took us like an hour and a half. It was, I'll never forget that. Amazing, amazing story, amazing man. And he gave me this business, and I was a young guy who, you know, guys, age means shit. Age doesn't mean anything, because at the end of the day, how you present yourself, again, I've seen more mature 20-year-olds than I have 50-year-olds. So it really doesn't matter. So don't ever let age hold you back. Okay? What else we got? Anybody else have any questions for us? This has been a good live sesh. Mikey Sal's, there's my brother. Had his birthday over the weekend. Happy 35th again, Mike. Got anybody else that have any questions? And I know there was a lot of questions that I missed, but if I scroll up, I might take, and I don't even know if you're still in the room for anybody who's live. Now Mike's watching the live video here. Let me scroll up. Let me see. If you guys have any questions, throw them up. I'll see what the honeymoon story. My wife reminded me. There was a story once. I was on my honeymoon once, yeah, because I got married once. We were on my honeymoon. We were in the Maldives. Some people say Maldives. And I won't forget that one because I had done a deal. We got married the night before. I was doing a deal at 8:30 at night on a listing I had that the buyer came direct. And I told my client, I said, guys, I work all the time. We did the deal that night, the night before my wedding. Then when I was on honeymoon in Maldives, we were on a hut in the water, and it was 4 a.m. and I was tangoing one of my sales rep to discuss the home inspection. My wife was like, dude, you're crazy. It's our honeymoon. We're in the middle of the, what ocean is that? The Indian Ocean? Indian Ocean, and putting deals together, guys. Our clients, like, guys, I could be in Florida. I could be wherever I am. My phone's with me and I'm available. You know, that's for sure. Have you authored any books? No, I have not authored any books. Not yet, at least. If I want to sell my house and it's over 30 years old, what should I do to upgrade it to sell? That all depends. It depends on the area. We can discuss that. Again, send us a DM. We'd be happy to come out and assess your house if you're in the area. If not, and you're from another area, we can refer you to anybody else. And Nicole, are you from the GTA right now? You're saying, what is our biggest challenge with the market right now? Because over the last 12 to 24 months, why don't I see any more houses in Mississauga or Oakville in your post? It depends where we're getting listings.
We only post our.
This is the other thing, guys. Nicole, I'll answer your question too. So you're saying, why don't you post any more houses from Mississauga or Oakville? We don't have any listings right now. Nicole's in Vaughan. Great. We don't have any listings right now in those areas. We only post our listings. What you guys are going to notice, and I notice it all the time, forget realtors, just in general, like there's all these pages that post these houses and, you know, post interior shots of rooms. Our posts are our listings. So it's not like we're taking other people's listings or post off the web and posting and saying, what do you think about this kitchen? Hey, Mayor, what's going on? My nephew, Mayor, how are you, bud? I miss you. So it's not like we take posts off the web and post them, and our stuff is our product. That we're the stuff that we're selling is what we are posting. So whenever you see stuff on our page, it's ours. Very rarely. When I say very rarely, maybe inside of 1%. If I really love a picture, or if one of my team love a picture of something, we'll post it. But our stuff is the stuff we post is ours. I will definitely save the live tonight, and I'm going to upload it to my YouTube page. 100%. Nicole. Sorry, Nicole. Thanks, Mike. Nicole asked, what is your biggest challenge with the market right now? I think the biggest challenge with the market right now, and it's been a challenge for the last, I want to say, 12 to 17 months, has been making clients understand, or people that we sit down with, value. Like, that's the biggest challenge ever, because it's like anything, guys. We all think our properties are worth the most money, and we want them to be. Like, I would love for my client's home to be worth $500,000 more, $200,000 more, $100,000 more. But I really believe that the clients who are putting like a 100% of their trust in what we recommend from the start are the ones that are reaping the best results, if that makes any sense. It's very important. That's the biggest challenge. There's always going to be houses that sell. Like, houses sell when they're priced. And again, it's not like there's buyers that are just not buying houses. Stuff's selling all the time right now. The market is great. Guys, look at these numbers. If I was able to sit down, and open my computer and show you guys what the numbers looked like, because this is the thing. March of 2016, there was a bump. And why I'll tell you there was a bump in the market, I remember my grandmother's house we were going to sell. And I was actually going to buy it from my grandmother. And I was talking, so, I think the house is worth $840 to $860. This was in February of 2016. I didn't end up buying the house. We ended up listing it in April. There was a few big sales that happened in March. So we put it on the market in April. We sold the house for $1 million. Went up $140,000 to $160,000 from what I quoted it at 45 days ago. And that was in March of 2016 to April 2016. Then what happened was last year, January to March, there was another explosion, anywhere from 20 to 50%. So, like, picture these kind of swings. Houses don't go up by $300,000, $400,000. And I'm going to tell you guys, remember that story I told you about the 1648 house? When I sat down with them on January 25th, I said, I think I can get $1.3 million for your house. I sold it for $1,650 on March the 6th, 40 days later. That's not sustainable, and it's not real. So that was very unfortunate for some people. But if you bought in the high market, you sold in the high market, the people who really got into trouble were people who unfortunately bought and were waiting to close on stuff, or people who bought and said, I'm going to hold on to my product and then sell it at the end of the year. Then there was a lot of real tough situations we were put in last year, and made us better for what we do. Because honestly, guys, we deal with a lot of different scenarios. Every deal's different, right? Thank you, Maggie. I really appreciate it. And guys, you're only gonna get honesty from me. There's no bullshit here, guys. It's just this. There's too much at stake to be a fraud or be fake. It's not about that, guys. Like, anybody who is in the sales business, I don't care if you're in real estate or you're selling shoes or you're selling whatever you're selling, honesty and truthfulness is something that will take you to a long career. Not one of these quick, short, that guy, I was telling somebody tonight, actually, I said, I never want to be the guy that someone says, Mike, you're right. You're only as good as your word. And for me, you can shake my hand on something and you have my word. My handshake is more valuable than any piece of paper. How do you find your clients, or are all your clients repeating customers? Not all of our clients are repeating customers. We're picking up a lot of new business from being online. That's for sure. We do have a lot of repeat customers, though, because again, like, guys, we like to build our business on referral and doing good business with people. Doing good business will go a long way, and we love that we get a lot of repeat business, because that means that we're doing a good job for people, for sure. You could fit 3 really super nice cars. 43 Macaulay. We'll always work with the Salerno team. I really appreciate that. Honestly, it wasn't even a correction. It wasn't real, Krupi. What happened last year was not real, because there was a bump before that the year before. So like even if we're at the pricing from 2016 prior to that bump, it's still high. The market's still great, and we're actually above that because that same 860 product is still worth $1 million to $1.05 million today. The market's great. Do I think prices on homes will ever go down? Honestly, it all depends. One of the factors that's going to play into that is the mortgage rates. And again, like we had a few mortgage brokers on here discussing that. They'd be able to answer it better than me, but it's simple. Rates go up. There you are. Yeah, Meza, have a great night. We'll talk about, call me tomorrow. We're going to talk about doing one of these live videos together, man. Thanks for tuning in. Again, you can answer all these mortgage questions for people, for sure. A lot better than I could. Okay, guys, I think if there's no last questions, I think we're going to call it a night. I'm going to save this video because my iPad's starting to get on its last whim. And got a couple things that we still got to deal with. This turned into a longer video than I anticipated. I love everybody's questions. I hear you're hiring. Kroopy, we're very, you know, we're not, I don't want to say we're not hiring. We're not hiring, but we're different. We're a different type of machine over here. It's just, we're a smaller brokerage, guys. We don't, this is the thing, like our company, we don't have, we don't have like 200 agents. We're a small brokerage. We're a small team. Thanks a lot, Adriano. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we're a small team. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. Nothing wrong with big brokerages. I used to work with a big brokerage before.
5 deep, no?
5 deep in our brokerage. Quality over quantity. It's so important. You know what the problem is? Like, and honestly, I get approached probably 2 to 3 times a week from people who come to me and say, "Hey, Mark, you hiring for your team, or you're hiring for the company?" And we could probably have like 50 agents in our office in 2 weeks if we wanted, but that's not my game. I'm not a manager. I love to sell. My team loves to sell, and we focus on just doing work for people. And again, like I commend all these big brokerages that are doing fantastic. It's great. I love it. I love seeing people do really, really well. Take care, man. See you in the village for sure. I got the Lambo truck. I absolutely did not get the Lambo truck. That was given to us kindly by Mark Gallo from Grand Touring. Give him a follow. Touring.
Grand Touring? Who is it?
It's Mark from Grand Touring, but I forgot his tag right now. I think it's called Gallo Lamborghini. You can go on my page. I tagged him in that picture with the Lambo. Follow him up. Lisa, what's up, Lee? It's nice talking to you the other day. Okay.
Topics. Podcast.
Oh, very quick.
Topics.
If anybody's tuning in right now, we so went off topic. If you're watching this live video after, because that's probably better, let me know what topics you want us to talk about. Thanks a lot, Belle. Look forward to your podcast. Yes, I want you guys to send me a DM with all the topics you want me to talk about in my podcast. Again, because I'm trying to do these podcasts and these live videos to give some information to people and be valuable to people. So I want to know what you guys want to hear about. So if you guys have any questions or you want me to talk on any topics in our podcast or any of these live videos, send me a DM, send me an email, and we will be sure to address any of those questions. Greetings from Puerto Rico. Weather must be really nice there compared to here.
So nice.
It's so nice. 45-minute mark, 44:40. Yeah, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time. It's 10:15. I got to go home. Okay, everybody, have a fantastic evening. Thank you for tuning into this live video. This is probably the most viewers we've had in a live video from the start. And I want to thank you guys. Hope you all have a great night. We will talk soon. And again, send me some DMs. I want to talk to you all, or send us an email. Okay? Everyone have a great night. Most of the GTA is 1. Oh no, Phil Otto. I gotta answer that question. Most of the GTA is 1%. I bet you that those 1% agents are selling less than 0.001% of the market. And I can pull those stats up for you very quickly. Guys, anybody who's willing to drop their commission to a point just to get a listing, how hard are they going to fight for you with your property? Guys, have a great night. Everyone, have a fantastic one. Take care. Fact, Phil. I'd be happy to give you those facts, man. I'm going to give you a quick fact, Phil, because Phil's going to get the quick fact in the night before I sign off. 54% of realtors, listen to this, of the 33,000, there's 50,000 realtors, and I have the program that I can look at every single realtor if I want. I can see exactly what people are doing. 50,000 realtors in Ontario. 34,000. These are very approximate. 34,000 realtors have done at least one transaction. So that means 16,000 have not even done one deal. So let's wipe those off the board. 54% of the remaining 33,000, okay, so 16,000 plus 50% of 34,000 have done 3 or less deals.
2 or less.
2 or less? No, it's 3 or less, Mike. It's
yeah?
3. Yeah, it's 3. 3 or less deals. So I'd be happy to show facts and prices and everything with you guys. Guys, thank you very much again. You guys are awesome. Tuned into this live video for 46 minutes. Whoever stayed start to finish, you are absolutely incredible. Send us DMs. Call us. We want to talk to you guys. We'll always love talking real estate. There's Mike saying bye. Have a good night, guys. Take it easy. The dedication is very real. Have a good one, guys.